Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. He wants to let you know that Jackson is here as well. Anyways, today we are doing a 2 looks 1 palette featuring the CColor Cosmetics Golden Palette, which is meant to dupe, obviously, the Natasha Denona palette. I have 2 other dupes to the Natasha Denona Gold palette, and this is now the 3rd dupe in my collection. So I'm obviously going to go for the same look that I went with the other 2, which is with these 2 green ones. And I don't know what I'm gonna, I don't know. The green glitter shined a lot better in this one than it did in the other ones. I might do that. I don't know. I'm excited to have this. I think this is actually the cheapest dupe I've ever purchased. So, of course, I'm going to start off with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I got my Jeffree Star teddy on. This is the C0 Magic Star Concealer. I use this literally every time. Nowadays, it's my go-to eye primer. Anyways, it's my go-to primer, and I'm going to use my Dominique Cosmetics brushes, and I'm going to use the blend and shade brush to blend this out. I prefer not setting my eye primers now. Well, this is actually a concealer. If you don't know, you're gonna get a tougher blend, which is why I prefer higher end shadows. You do not set your eye primer, and you're gonna get more pigmentation as well. But you're gonna get a tougher blend. When you set it, you're gonna get an easier blend. You're gonna get an easier blend, but with less pigmentation. So that is the idea behind that. So I'm testing this palette out. I've only used it, this will be the 3rd time. So this is a Profusion Cosmetics matte palette, and I really think I like this. I'm going to take the shade Dull on my Dominique Crease Blur brush, and I'm going to put it in both creases, and that way they both have an even kind of base to blend off of. And I only have one more video to film today, which is another 2 looks 1 palette. So after that, I'm done for the day. I can take off my makeup, which is going to be awesome. I haven't not decided the video I'm going to film tomorrow because I've changed up my filming schedule, and now I only technically have to film 1 video a day, unless I get the 2 looks 1 palettes. Then I'm, usually testing out palettes. I've been purchasing a lot of dupe palettes, so I'm typically testing those out next to Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath's Quality. Pat McGrath, I think, is releasing a new mothership at the time I'm filming this. I'm super excited. I'm hoping it's something unique because I love her motherships for her unique color stories. But for some reason, I have a funny feeling it's going to be Divine Rose 3. Because the palette had the roses on it. Like, that's only on the Divine Rose 2 and Divine Rose 1 palettes. So, sticking with the Crease Blur brush, I'm going to take this dark green. That is giving me no fallout. This is a cream to powder. This is a cream to powder. Yay. We're just gonna use this. This brush might not be fluffy enough to blend this out, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go in with this Wet n Wild brush. It's clean and blend the 2 colors together. That's actually very, very pigmented and really pretty. So far on that green cream to powder, not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, I have one with the Alter Ego Goddess palette, and She In's makeup line has an Afterglow palette that looks like this. I'm going to take this green glitter shade. I always dive into this whenever I literally create the same look, whenever I have a Natasha Denona Gold dupe, because this is my go-to look with the gold palette. So I typically know how the shadows perform. I don't know what his problem is. Going back into my Dominique and the Crease Blur brush and that green, and just really meshing that into the crease, and blend. This is performing very, very well. And like I said, this is typically my go-to look whenever I have the Natasha Denona Gold palette out or a dupe. I have another CColor Cosmetics Natasha Denona dupe palette, and I am excited to use that one now because this actually seems to be great quality for the price. Definitely a Natasha Denona dupe though. Okay. Not bad. I'm going to take my Dominique pigment brush and I'm going to go into this white sparkly shade here. That applied perfect. It's a little too glittery to be on my brow bone, but I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally taking this makeup look off, so. Well, I mean, I'm wearing it for a little bit to finish like filming and edit and stuff like that, you know. But I'm not filming it. I'm not doing anything super serious, I guess is the point I'm trying to get across. Okay, so I have to be honest, and this performed about as well as my Natasha Denona palette. Natasha Denona shades blend themselves. They're gorgeous. They really, really do. So, Natasha Denona has that on this palette and all the other dupes, but I definitely think that this is a good dupe. I've said it before, no one is going to know if you spent $20 on this palette, which I can't remember how much I spent on this palette. I don't think it was $20 though. Or $129 on this palette. So if you enjoy the gold color story and you can't afford the $129 price point, or maybe you can't get it because it's discontinued. It came back limited edition, I think. Hopefully she keeps it because it's a great palette and she just needs to stop bringing it back and just keep it permanent. But anyways, she brought it back. So if you can't get it, this, the She Glam one, the Alter Ego are all great contenders. So let me move on to the next look. Okay, so I wanted a gold look with a blue lash line, which is why I put ColourPop's Coconut here. Did ColourPop discontinue their Super Shock Shadows? Because I can't find them. And I don't know why they would discontinue their Super Shock Shadows when the Super Shock Shadows are what put ColourPop on the map in the first place. And their Super Shock Shadows are amazing. So I don't know what's going on with that. Let me know if you know. Alright, so I think I'm going to mess with this color here, which it's got green glitter in it, and I've never seen the green glitter in this shade in the other dupe palettes, so I'm going to just go for it. I'm going in with my finger. It does not look very, very, yeah, it's a good pigment for CColor Cosmetics, I think. Like, for it to be affordable, it's good pigmentation. The base shade is just a little bit light. I thought it would be a little more dark. It does feel super creamy though. I'm really feeling that. Alright, so let's move on. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Crease brush and I'm going to take this shade here. These I think are just regular pressed powders. They don't have that texture of a cream to powder like that green did. There's nothing really special to use a cream to powder formula. It just basically, it's not going to give you kick back in the pan, basically. It's a cream powder. I think I'm going to film my blush collection video. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. So, this is literally the only white in this palette and in the gold palette, so I'm not surprised because they tried to stick to that. That's where I got that. And this out with the Dominique Packer brush. I do use this for eyeshadow sometimes, but I do like to do this. It is small and fluffy enough to really do detail work from your crease to your brow bone. Okay, I'm loving this. Okay, so which eye look are we feeling? Are we feeling the green goddess look, or are we feeling this colorful play? I played with color look. Are we feeling the I played with color eye or the green goddess eye? Again, this just looks so nice to me because that's the look I tend to go for whenever I'm reaching for a dupe of Natasha Denona, because this is the look I go for with the gold palette. So I know how these shades perform. This is really good. I really was surprised. I did not think that this was going to be as good as it is. So I'm excited to use the Savannah palette next. I believe that's a dupe of the discontinued Safari palette, which is awesome because you can't get the Safari palette. I don't have the Safari palette. I would love to own the Safari palette because it's all matte. I love all matte shadows, like all matte shadow palettes, but this is super nice. And by the way, I am going to get a webcam so you guys don't have that with the mirror, but I'm going to get a webcam that has an LED light attached to it. Probably my next Amazon order, which I don't know if I'm going to do that next week or not. I'll have to keep you guys up to date. But I love this palette. I'm very happy it is in my collection. Not in any way, shape, or form is this palette in danger. Although I am filming my third declutter series, even though I have decided I'm not decluttering for about a year, because I'm very happy with my collection. I'm excited to see how these shadows stack up next to the other dupe palettes. So that's going to be exciting. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'm going to end it here. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Bye, you guys! He had to come over here just to say bye-bye.